Hello, dear listeners, and welcome back to Book Summary 5, the 5-Minute Summary channel. I'm Sammy, your host. Today, we're diving into Nudge, Improving Decisions About Health, Wealth, and Happiness by Richard H. Thaler and Cass R. Sunstein, originally published in 2008. This influential book explores how small changes in the way choices are presented can significantly influence decisions in everyday life. Let's explore the key ideas and concepts so you'll feel like you've read it cover to cover. Nudge is based on the concept of behavioral economics, which blends insights from psychology and economics to understand how people make decisions. Thaler and Sunstein argue that people are not always rational decision makers. Instead of carefully weighing the pros and cons of each choice, we often rely on mental shortcuts and are influenced by how choices are framed. This leads to decisions that may not always be in our best interest. One of the central ideas in the book is the concept of libertarian paternalism. The authors propose that it's possible and desirable to design policies and environments that nudge people towards better decisions while still preserving their freedom to choose. This approach respects individual autonomy while recognizing that sometimes people need a little help to make choices that will improve their health, wealth, and overall happiness. A nudge is any aspect of choice architecture that alters people's behavior in a predictable way without forbidding any options or significantly changing their economic incentives. For example, placing healthier foods at eye level in a cafeteria nudges people to make healthier choices, but it doesn't remove the option of choosing less healthy foods. The book provides numerous examples of how nudges can be applied in various areas of life. In the realm of personal finance, for instance, Thaler and Sunstein discuss how automatic enrollment in retirement savings plans can significantly increase participation rates. When employees are automatically enrolled in a 401 plan and must opt out if they don't want to participate, most choose to stay enrolled. This nudge helps people save for retirement without forcing them to do so. In the context of health, the authors explore how small changes in the environment can lead to healthier choices. For instance, simply changing the default option on forms from opt-in to opt-out for organ donation has been shown to dramatically increase donor rates in countries that use this approach. Similarly, making it easier for people to choose healthier foods by adjusting portion sizes or changing the presentation can lead to better dietary habits. Nudge also addresses the importance of choice architecture in public policy. Thaler and Sunstein argue that governments and organizations can use nudges to promote better decision-making among citizens without restricting their freedom. For example, the design of tax forms, voting ballots, and even public spaces can all be optimized to nudge people towards making more beneficial choices. One of the book's key insights is the power of defaults. People tend to stick with the default option, whether it's the default settings on their electronics, the default investment choice in a retirement plan, or the default option on a form. By setting the default to the most beneficial choice, policymakers and businesses can significantly improve outcomes without limiting freedom of choice. Another important concept in Nudge is the idea of anchoring. This is the psychological phenomenon where people rely heavily on the first piece of information they receive when making decisions. For example, if a restaurant menu lists a very expensive item first, it makes the other items seem more reasonably priced by comparison, even if they're still costly. Understanding how anchoring works can help in designing better choices in everything from pricing strategies to negotiation tactics. Thaler and Sunstein also discuss the concept of loss aversion, which is the tendency for people to prefer avoiding losses over acquiring equivalent gains. This principle can be leveraged to design nudges that encourage positive behaviors, such as framing a savings plan in terms of avoiding future financial loss rather than gaining future wealth. In addition to these concepts, the book explores how social norms influence behavior. People are often motivated by what they perceive others are doing. By making certain behaviors more visible or framing them as the norm, it's possible to nudge people towards more desirable actions. For example, highlighting that most people in a community have paid their taxes on time can encourage others to do the same. Nudge is not just about theory, it's also about practical application. Thaler and Sunstein provide actionable insights for individuals, businesses, and governments on how to create environments that nudge people towards better decisions. Whether it's through setting better defaults, leveraging social norms, or designing choices that align with human psychology, the strategies outlined in the book have the potential to improve decision-making on a large scale. In summary, Nudge, Improving Decisions About Health, Wealth, and Happiness by Richard H. Thaler and Cass R. Sunstein is a groundbreaking exploration of how small changes in choice architecture can lead to better decisions and outcomes. By understanding how people make decisions and using that knowledge to design more effective nudges, we can improve everything from personal finances to public health and beyond. This book is essential reading for anyone interested in behavioral economics, public policy, or simply making better choices in their own life. Thank you for tuning in to Book Summary 5, the 5-Minute Summary channel. If you enjoyed this summary, please subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. Until next time, happy reading.